Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel once again. This is your friend Abhishek, but not a financial advisor, and that is important because this is not any kind of financial advice. I'm just bringing up this video to bring up this stock to your attention so that you can look into this stock by yourself, do your own research, and then only when you feel comfortable, then put your money into the company. But without doing your own due diligence, don't listen to me and don't just follow any YouTuber out there, especially when it comes to money. Okay, so please do your own due diligence and please do your own research. Now, with that being said and keeping that aside, we will be talking today about one of the biotech stocks to buy now, in my opinion, because that has literally bottomed out. And after observing this stock, I am therefore bringing up this biotech stock for you so that you can add this biotech stock to your watch list. So now, without further ado, let's just jump into the company. Okay guys, so one of the biotech stocks to buy now in my opinion is Harpoon Therapeutics, trading with the ticker symbol HARP, and is currently trading at $9.16 at the time of recording this video, which is 18th of August. Yeah, and we can see that today it's up by 1.66%. So basically I was observing this stock since 1 month, but I was not that comfortable entering into this company at such high positions because there was no good news, and also the earnings were about to come out, and I was pretty sure that they will not report such positive earnings, which is quite normal with pharmaceutical companies, except few exceptional cases. So I was also observing that it is making lower lows and lower highs, so that is quite a bearish chart, and the stock price was already trading around this area below the 200-day simple moving average, so that is again a really bearish pattern. So I was trying to find if I can find a good support region where it has bottomed out, and then finally it came down to $8.59 a few weeks ago, and I was still not comfortable because that is not a confirmation for me that if it is a really bottom. So it is like falling a catching knife. So I was waiting for a confirmation, and then I did get a confirmation, and then here at 8.85 it's where I actually inform my Patreons. So we actually have an average of 8.75 or $8.8, and now we are planning to hold it for a long-term period. We can see that the volume is not that high. This stock is not getting so much attention from the investors for now, but that's the reason why I'm bringing up this stock up to attention, so that you can get into the game before even people know about it. So anyways, this is not any kind of a financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. I'm just trying to bring up such hidden gems up to your attention so that you can actually do your own due diligence and add these stocks to your watch list. But please be careful considering the current market situation, because we just had a small pullback. I would say it's a small pullback yesterday and the day before yesterday. So please be careful because a big market correction is due, according to me, because S&P 500 is on all-time highs. But yes, the S&P 500 for high market caps is at all-time highs. So I am not that worried for small market cap stocks, to be honest. But anyways, still, that's just my personal opinion. So now let's dive into a short introduction about the company. So guys, Harpoon Therapeutics is a biopharmaceutical research company with a focus on clinical stage immunotherapy. The company is working with T cells to develop a new class of medications that will engage the patient's immune system to combat cancers and other disease conditions. And that is one of the reasons why I am bringing up this stock up to your attention, because any biopharmaceutical company out there which is researching on cancer and is trying to fight with cancer has a really high potential, and especially such companies which has already bottomed out. I mean, I don't think there is a better risk to reward ratios stocks out there, especially in pharmaceutical industries. So anyways, so moving on, Harpoon has a platform, tri-specific T-cell activating construct TreeTac, informing its research approach, and has 2 drug candidates leading the research pipeline. And these 2 candidates are HPN424 and HPN536, which are already under investigation as they will be treating 2 serious cancers form of the reproductive system, which is metastatic castration-resistant prostate cancer and ovarian cancer, respectively. Now, both drug candidates have entered into phase 1 to a clinical trials. As you can see, they are leading the pipeline products, and the company has 4 other drug candidates in earlier stage of development, which is this one, HPN217, HPN328, ABBV189, which is actually because of the partner is AbbVie. So these are the 4 other candidates in earlier stages of development and maintains an active preclinical research program. And coming on to one of the bullish points right here, this is actually quite bullish in my opinion, because they already have deals with AbbVie regarding their HPN217. I think I don't need to give any introduction regarding AbbVie. It is one of the leading biopharmaceutical companies. And then they have another project, which is the broad discovery collaboration with 3 transactions valued up to $3 billion. So until 2019, from 2019 until now, they have already received $100 million, just $100 million, and $2.3 billion are still left in future payments. So these are the 2 highlights, or the deals and expansions, which we as investors should be looking for. So the first one is HPN217 global licensing deal. So the potential transaction value will be around $510 million, out of which $80 million they have already received, then $200 million in option fee, and then $230 million in future milestones plus royalties. But of course, guys, this bullish point also comes with a big bearish point. These deals will only be successful if they get an FDA approval. So all the biopharmaceutical companies out there, when they are signing such deals and when they are projecting future payments, they most probably are dependent on FDA approvals, because only when they have an FDA approval drug, then only they can go in for the marketing and commercialization process. So this is one of the big bearish points. Keep that in mind, okay? So I would definitely not take this future revenue for granted. Okay, the other bullish point is expanding TriTac discovery collaboration, in which they are granting AbbVie a worldwide exclusive right, in which AbbVie will be responsible for further development and commercialization efforts, where AbbVie is quite a pro in doing such things. So the deal will be of $1.86 billion, out of which $20 million will be given upfront for the rights, and then $10 million for each additional target, which makes a total of $40 million, and then $300 million in future milestones plus royalties per target, up to 6 in total. So yes, if they get an FDA approval, then this is gonna be a $1 billion company, or at least $500 to $600 million easily. But yes, of course, that depends on FDA approval, and we have seen what's happening with the FDA in this year, especially since past 2 quarters. So yeah, please be careful. So coming on to another bullish point, which is really important in my opinion, especially for companies who are not profitable, and they should have enough cash to actually fuel up their operations, basic operations of the business. So we can see they have cash and cash equivalent position of $175 million, yeah, which is expected to fund the operations into first half of 2023. So this is quite nice in my opinion, because that also means that we as retail investors should not be experiencing any dilutions in the near future. But yeah, we cannot take this for granted as well, because anything can happen. And yeah, even in case if they don't get any FDA approval and something goes wrong, then yeah. But anyways, we should not be expecting FDA approval, because they are still in phase 2, so that can take a while to enter into the phase 3. But anyways, so they have no debt, which is really good. So this is really important, no debt. Then shares outstanding are 32.5 million as of July 31. So shares outstanding are 32.5 million. I hope they are not increasing. And then market capitalization is 318 million, but it dropped to 200 million because it dropped below the 52-week low, which was $9, and now it has a new 52-week low, like I said, of 8.56. So that's why the market cap has dropped. And this is from July 31st. And this is another really bullish point. So it has an institutional ownership of 64.7%, and which is also not updated. So just to show you guys that it has increased up to 88%. Yeah, and this is the latest update from Yahoo Finance, and we can see who are the holders. So to see the holders, we can go on to the holders, and we can see these are the institutions which are top institutional holders, which are New Leaf Venture Partners, MPM Asset Management, BlackRock is one of them as well, and State Street Corporation, Vanguard Group as well. So these are the top institutional holders, and it has gone up to 88%. So this actually makes me a bit comfortable when I see these numbers, which means that big institutions are betting on this company. This is one of the metrics which I love to see when it is high. Okay. So anyways, now moving on. So guys, another bullish point in my opinion, and it is quite important for such companies who are not making any profits, like I said, is checking their balance sheet. So as we can see that their total assets are sitting at 171 million and total liabilities are 117. So that is quite comfortable to see. Not the best balance sheet, but they are safe, yeah. And the current assets are sitting at $129 million, but current liabilities are $47 million only. So that is actually a current ratio of more than 2. So this actually gives me more confidence and to see that the company is financially stable and is not going anywhere even if they don't make profits. And now coming on to the last and one of the most important bullish points, which is the analyst price targets. So we can see that the analyst rating is a strong buy in total because of 7 buys and 2 holds without any sell, and the average price target is of $29.71, which shows an upside potential of 223% from the price which it is at right now. And the highest is $40 and the lowest is $16, which is still an upside potential of over 70%. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show you. So guys, we already covered the bullish points, but now I also should show you the bad side of the company, because that will actually give you a better idea. I want to give you as much as information I can to help you guys to do your own research and due diligence, and also knowing the risk before getting involved in any company gives you a better margin of safety. So, but let me tell you one thing, that this negative point or the bad side of the company or the bearish point is actually common between all those pharmaceutical companies out there who are pretty new into the market or who don't have any drug out there and are researching on their drug. So this is the negative point which I want to show you, that of course they are not making any profits and therefore their margins are pretty bad. And we can see that their profit margin is at 0%, which is still not bad. Because many pharmaceutical companies out there or biotech companies have a negative profit margin, and then the operating margin is also at minus 204%, which is of course nowhere near good. Yeah, and we can also see this is also another negative or bearish point, that their return on assets is in negative, and also return on equity is in negative. So the management should also be probably looking into this. So apart from that, we can see that shares outstanding are 32 million and float is 17.5 million, which is also a bit of a bearish point in my opinion, because they have a lot of shares to dilute. So this is another bearish point in my opinion, because to raise more money they can dilute us shareholders, though I haven't seen any recent dilution from them, but still we cannot take anything for granted. Okay guys, so now coming on to the technical analysis, so let's cover this quickly and shortly. So like I told you guys in the beginning of this video, that I didn't buy at these levels at $10 or $9 because it was still trading below the 200-day moving average, simple moving average, and that was a bearish sentiment. And still that's why I was not so confident to enter into the company at that time, and I was just observing and I was trying to see that if it can really bottom out, and it broke its 52-week low of $9 and it made a new 52-week low. I think many companies in this last 1 to 2 months actually made new 52-week low because it's a new year and it had to happen sometime, and it is still not a big correction. But like I said, that I'm not so much scared for small to mid market cap companies, because still the S&P 500 for small and mid cap P ratio is not that high. Anyways, so then I finally found a good rebound and a good support level, and that's when I started accumulating and inform my Patreons. And we can see that there was a big sell-off here. There were small green volume spikes as well, but it was not big enough or good enough to break a good resistance level. Yeah, so it still made lower lows and lower highs, and I think we need more institutional buying so that we can have a good huge volume, because we saw that the volume is also below average. and it's not that high. And we can also see the RSI is in oversold region. It was already in oversold region below 30, and now it's curling back up to 33. So yeah, we still don't know if it can really break new support regions. And to see the support and resistance region, let's jump on to the other chart. Okay guys, so now to know the strategy, what I would be doing and what my patrons would be doing, and this is just my personal opinion, so let me clarify this. So the first thing would be to look at the resistance support levels. Yeah, like I said before, so the first Fibonacci good support level is at $12.56, but that's quite far, right? So let's have a look at the lower support and resistance levels. So if we draw this trend line, we can see that yeah, we did find a good support level at $8.7, which I talked about earlier in this video. And why I am thinking that this could be a good support level, of course I will wait for one more day for a confirmation. But why I'm thinking like this, because as you can see, we didn't have two consecutive green candles since long time, and also the wick of green candles were quite longer, and also the body of the red candles were bigger. So that means the bears were actually dominating the bulls. Yeah, and finally we have two consecutive green candles. But like I said, I would still wait until unless we break this $9.43 resistance. So I already jumped in to this company at 8.76. Yeah, I had the bottom of 8.6, but of course I was not confident because I was not sure if that's the real bottom. But then when one day went and I saw that okay, it might bounce off, so I opened up a small position at $8.76. But of course I'm not all in yet because I still don't have a big confirmation and anything can happen. Okay, so I am still not all in. I have just opened up with 30% of my target position, and this is what my patrons will be doing. So we will be observing these two resistances at 9.43 and at $10. And if the stock price crosses these resistance levels, then yes, we will be going heavy into this company. And by heavy, I mean like putting 70%. Okay. And of course, then we'll be waiting for this support region, and from this support region I do think that it has the potential to reach into this golden zone, which it was actually for a long time, for like 4 months. Yeah, and that's where it has formed really good and strong support. So that would be my target for now. And of course it needs a huge volume in that case. Yeah, huge volume and some really good catalyst. So that is for sure really a big requirement. So as you can see that the earnings were not that good. Yeah, they lost the earnings per share, and there was this huge sell-off. So we can see that the sell-off volume is much higher, and that's why for a reversal we do need some green Q sticks. So as we can see here, we have some good buying pressure, but the selling pressure is much higher still. So yeah, that would be my strategy, guys, and I don't want to stretch this video. Again, this is not any kind of a financial advice, and wow, it went to 3.11%. So I think yeah, something good is happening with this stock, and we might see a reversal. But again, that's just my personal opinion. So that's it, guys. That's all for Harpoon Therapeutics. I know this is a pharmaceutical company, and yeah, nothing is for sure with pharmaceutical companies, but I like to have some part of my portfolio with pharmaceutical companies for some risk and high reward ratios. So that's what I will be doing with Harpoon Therapeutics as well. So that's it, guys, and I will see you in the next one. So that's it, guys. That's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and ciao.